What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Like That podcast, and this week's sponsorship is from Newsly. Newsly is a all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android. It picks up web articles about the most trending topics on the web at any given moment and read them to you in a natural human voice. For the first time in ever of the internet, the entire web becomes listenable, all in one place. Browse articles from topic choose, start playing, start scrolling, and start listening. You can follow any topics as you specifically as you like, from sports, science, to Bitcoin, even for the Kardashians. It will find you on the latest article and you read them to you out loud. And they have podcasts as well. Explore trending podcasts from over 50 countries. Our podcast, MrGentleman Like That podcast, is on there as well. Yes, it is. Shout out to Newsly for that. I started using it as my default podcast app. Download and use Newsly for free from www.newsly.me or from the link in the description. Use the promo code MrGentleman that I will also put in the description and receive 1 month free premium subscription. So you already know, y'all, download Newsly now. Check it out. Support them, y'all. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Like That podcast, and enjoy the show.
You are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Chill!
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, 1/4 of the Premier Voice Podcast, and your host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And welcome to another new episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Hope all is well. I know it's definitely been a while since y'all heard my voice. The last time y'all heard my voice was the special 37th birthday episode. I just want to say thank you everybody that listened to that episode and continue to support MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast while we on break. You know, it really means a lot. And I just want to say thank y'all. Thank y'all for real. As y'all know, season 8 of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast will be premiering on September 15th. And I do got a lot of updates, a lot of life updates and stuff like that. But I'm going to save all of that for the season 8 premiere of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. I will let y'all know everything that's going on. So don't worry. But until then, y'all already know what I do every time before the new season starts. I give y'all the road to seasons bonus episode, and you know this year no different. So I would give y'all 4 to 5 road to season 8 bonus episodes. You know, many previous interviews that I was on, and 1 fresh content. So look out for that. Within 2 of each month, 2 in July, 2 in August, and 1 in September. But this is the first installment of the road to season 8, and I will be giving y'all my interview on Star Time Podcast hosted by the Star Writer Rod. We did a 2-part interview called The Origin of MrGentleman Lifestyle, and today I will present y'all with part 1 of the interview where I discuss my high school journey, I discuss the BlazeUp Clique, and many more. This will probably be the only time on this platform that I'll be talking about, you know, my high school journey. That I'm not planning to talk about it on MrGentleman Like That podcast. So this episode will probably be the only time I would ever discuss this topic. And you know, this interview was released in January, a week before my 5-year anniversary of MrGentleman Like That podcast. And this was a really, you know, deep because I said a lot on the interview, and I hope y'all enjoy this. So y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back. Check out the origin of MrGentleman Part 1. Yeah!
Hi, this is Penelope Rose, and I'm listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Come and join me.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, and I am the host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. On MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, we interview many guests about their life journey, pretty much where they come from and where they at now. Also promoting their brands or whatever they're doing at the time they come on the show. We also have the host talk about personal stories about himself and everything that he's been through. And also we have fun conversation about anything music, anything old school, relationships, wrestling, and many more. And y'all can tune in to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays at 12 a.m. We are also on every Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Spin-Up Series Thursdays, where we have all of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast spin-off series all in one day, where we have a conversation about music podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. The Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursday at 12 a.m. And y'all can tune in to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, the Pods, and many more. Or y'all can check it out on the official website of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com. And tune in every Sundays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. for MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in to this commercial break of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Yeah!
This is the star Roddy Rod, and you are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. It's star time, and it's your boy, the star Roddy Rod. And today, we got a very special guest. We got Ken, aka MrGentleman, in the building. What's good?
Yo, Roddy, thank you for bringing me back on Star Time. It's definitely an honor to be back on the show. And yeah, Ken, aka MrGentleman, host of MrGentleman like the podcast, 1/4 of the Premier podcast. Yes, I am back on Star Time.
Yes. So today, Ken is in the hot seat. We are discussing a lot of things. So, your first day in Paul Robeson High School, what was going through your head when you first saw the building?
Alright, so the thing was, before I got to Robeson, I was in I-35, and I knew about Robeson because my older sister was already going there. But by the time I was going there, she was already leaving. So I applied for 3 schools. I applied for Paul Robeson, I applied for Boys and Girls, and I applied for Brooklyn Tech. I really wanted to go to Boys and Girls, but Robeson accepted me with all the crap. So the first day, September 2002, I went inside there, and I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. nervous
as most of us were.
Yeah, I was mad nervous. I know because I didn't know what to really expect. I don't know if I gonna make friends. I don't know if I would get picked on. So the big thing I did was kept to myself. Of course, even that was not possible because people do talk to me and stuff like that. I made friends the first day, but I still wasn't sure. Like, are these gonna be people that I'm gonna talk to down the line and stuff like that? Second day came and I met this little short annoying guy named Raymond Jeremy, and things just got a little better.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Jerms.
The funny thing about how I met Jerms was second day in class, we was in history. We had government, and we had a teacher at the time named Miss something, got her name, but he came in there and stuff like that. He wasn't making jokes. Just random jokes, and I just laughed, and I guess from there, me and Jerms became cool and stuff like that. They switched his class around, and yeah, but we'll get more about that a little later.
All right. So that's good. Right off the bat, you talked about RJB.
Yeah, second day of school, I'm at RJB.
So, did you see a lot of people in there from your junior high?
Only person who was with me from junior high school was Delroy.
I know who Delroy is, yes.
Yeah, and the crazy thing with Delroy, me and Delroy went to the same elementary school as well. So we went to the same elementary school, then we went to the same junior high school, then we went to the same high school together. So Delroy was the only person that I knew going into Robeson, but me and him never had the same class though. It's weird because we both was in tech, but me and him never had the same class.
Oh, okay.
But like a couple weeks later, I started seeing people from our elementary school going there. So I started seeing a little bit more people I know as time went on.
Was that Felder?
Yeah, Eric Felder was one of them. A couple more people from my elementary school who went through Robeson were there, but they didn't stay long though.
Oh, okay. It'd be like that.
Yeah.
So, Aaron talked about meeting y'all in this economic class.
It was government as well. So here's the thing. So me and George was in another government class at first. A week later, they changed George's class. And then a couple of days later, they changed my government class. They changed my whole schedule, actually.
Wow.
I don't know why they did that. They changed my whole schedule. So I ended up having Miss Lawrence, who was business government class. I don't know how I got to the business class, but that was the business class. And next thing you know, I'm in the front of that class. I'm sitting next to two teddies. I'm like, okay, nice, stuff like that. You know, she asked everybody a question. I tried to raise my hand. I hear some dude with a deep voice answering the question. Turns out it was this dude named Rondell and stuff like that. I'm like, why did dude keep answering the question? I'm trying to answer the question. Stuff like that, you know. And apparently, him and Jern had some weird beef going on during that time, so it was really stupid. Next thing you know, one day we went to the library and stuff like that, and I went with Germs, and we see the dude with the deep voice, Rondell, there. And basically, Germs was like, "Yo, this is Rondell, Kenneth at the time, Ken, you know, stuff like that." And from there, we became friends, just talking, playing cards and stuff like that. And that pretty much been a thing. We did it from the library to the lunchroom, just playing cards and stuff like that. Yeah.
So, how was it? How was it in the mornings? Did you come for breakfast? Did you have problems with people when you was coming in the line?
I definitely did came for breakfast. Did chilling to get to so my class could start. I did know some people there, so at time when I got to know some people and stuff. I mean, I didn't really have no issues in the morning like that, but it wasn't nothing crazy, not yet. But I do got stories though about the lunchroom. Though. I do got stories, but when we get to that, yeah.
All right. That was the next question anyway. How was your lunch periods?
So I had 2 lunch periods because first time before they changed my class, I believe I was on my lunch period with 5th period, the first before they changed the class. And I remember this one story where we were always in the lunchroom, and with this blood dude, he was in there. He was in my class. And he came through one of the people that I know. He was like, yo, kill you. I act like he was cool and stuff. He was like, yo, stand up. In front of the lunchroom, he was like, yo, I need you to do some push-ups in front of everybody, in front of the whole lunchroom.
Oh shit!
Yeah, everybody looking at him. We looking like we didn't know what the rest was happening because we like, yo, this is crazy. The dude actually started doing it. Like 2 people stopped him, like, stop what you doing, stop it. It was just a weird time, you know.
It was a different person that was doing push-ups.
Yeah. That was embarrassing when I saw that. You know, it was before y'all class came in. It was pretty wild. I'm not gonna hold you up.
So your freshman year was kind of rough, as you could say, because I personally know that your year had a lot of AKA bullies, but yeah.
Yeah, I could tell you one thing. I was bullied. I think my worst year was 9th grade, actually. So one thing to be bullied by someone you don't know, but it's even worse to be bullied by someone you do know. So one day I'm in class and stuff like that, and I'm just doing my work. You know, I was in this class with English class. The teacher's name at the time was Miss H. She was a white teacher, but she got treated really bad to the point that they ran her out the school. That's how bad it was.
Damn.
So during that time we had substitutes, stuff like that. So during class, you know, somebody I know from elementary school, you know, we was cool and stuff like that, but of course, you know how it is when you get to high school and you want to show off, how popular. That would happen. So next thing you know, he came to me, he tried to bother me, and I look at him like, yo, dude, like, what you doing? Stuff like that. You know, next thing you know, he tried to choke me out, and then people laughing, girls laughing, girls like, oh, choke that retarded boy out. I was quiet, and alcohol during that time is hurt. It really hurt. You know, in my head, like, yo, I can't be this nice guy no more. So next couple of days, you know, people do get me mad. People try to get me mad about it. Say what happened that day. And I don't know what happened, but I snapped.
That is crazy how you snapped in 9th grade. You didn't waste no time.
Yeah, I snapped in 9th grade. So dudes took about my mama. I was like this. I slapped him in the face. We ended up fighting in the class. Next thing you know, I tripped the big dude, started fighting. People try to break it up. I was like, yo, get the F off me. I hit him in the face. Everybody like, whoa. And things had a fight. And next thing you know, security came and took me away. The funny part about it was, as they took me away, one of the security guards know me, Miss Rogers. So she saw me, so like, Kenny, come on, Kenny. I'm like, so she was like, so stuff like that. I got in trouble. She told my parents and stuff like that because they know my family. And
how did Miss Rogers know your family?
She used to live in the block.
Oh.
Yeah, the thing is, I have people who I know who went to Robeson live in my block.
And so, staff, not just kids.
Yeah, exactly. And some staff already know me too because of what my mother was doing. Because, you know, she was a security guard. She had education. So people already know who she was. And they low-key knew who I was, but I didn't know who they was at the time. Because Miss Roger knew me since I was a kid. So, of course, she could, you know. But that fight that I just mentioned, that was probably my first and only fight I had in Robeson.
Wow.
Stuff like that. And even after that day, nobody picked up me in Robeson after that. So, stuff like that. So,
wow.
Yeah. The funny thing, though, I didn't know this until later. George was at the door when I was fighting. And I didn't know this was when George saw the fight and stuff like that.
Well, though he was in that class.
He got transferred already. He was transferred out the class already. He wasn't in the class, but they transferred him out already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he wasn't there during that time, but he came by the door for some reason. But yeah, he saw the fight.
So, other than that, you had you remember the teachers you had when you was in 9th grade, or?
Well, I had to write them down. I knew this would come, so I had to write them down. So, So for my government, I had this teacher named, I guess, Miss Lynn, and then Miss Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
And then for second term, I had Miss Y. James, second term.
Mm-hmm.
For math, I don't remember who I had for math first term. But for second term, I had Miss Delcam.
Oh, okay.
Then for love environment, I had Miss McGee.
Mm-hmm.
Then for English, the teacher name is Miss H. But then her replacement was Miss Alder. Miss Alder came in 9th grade. And I don't remember who was my second term. I think Miss Alder probably was through my second term as well. And for computer, I had Miss Bertrand. And for gym, I have Nose. And I had Mage.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the next thing I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
How was your gym? How was gym? Did you do basketball? What did you do?
Oh, I'm trying to remember. Because gym, I do not remember what I did. I believe I did basketball. I believe I did volleyball. And I did a lot of talking, too. But I did participate. But I believe I did volleyball more than anything, though. I never did the weight room. But I wanted to do the weight room, but I never got a chance to do it, though.
So you had gym all 4 years, or
all 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
All 4 years. Nose was the gym before they switched my class to Mage. Then Nose again 7th grade. Then Nose again 11th grade. Then Mage again before he died. I had Mage before he died. Basically.
What was No's favorite saying?
55.
I wanted to hear. You touch that door, you're gonna get a 55.
Basically, I mean, they didn't know Nose liked me. I never had a problem with Nose, so Nose always, because Nose knew that I always just participate in his class, so I never had that issue with him. I with Nose and stuff like that.
Nose used to make fun of my last name, so
he did me too. Trust he did too. He always used to say Goma
so
Pal. He always used to say for me. Do you remember the show called Goma Pal? That what he kept saying. Yeah, that what he said for me. Like you get the show about Goma Pal that used to come on back in the day. I'm like, come on, Nose, don't do that. Don't do that, Nose.
Because Nose trying to be a funny guy, for real.
Yeah, he was. He was funny though. He had his moments. He was funny.
So do you never have Miles and Baron?
Nah, I never had Miles. Always seen Miles, but I never had Miles. And I don't think I must have had Barrett. Nah.
Okay. Yeah.
After Mace died, I think I had Nose again. Nose took over for Mace. Spy had Nose took over.
So you had gym all types of periods, right? Morning, in the afternoon, midday?
Yeah, 9th grade, gym was my first class in 9th grade.
Wow.
That's
dope, because you come in the building, you go straight downstairs. Bro.
Yeah, and then when they switched it for Mage, gym was my last period in 9th grade. So yeah, I always have gyms either like the beginning of the day or at the end of the day majority of the time, which is weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is something.
Yeah,
so how did you feel when you heard the news of Mage? Take me through that day.
So I remember because this was Coach 12th grade. I was at Baffert class. I had been to Baffert in 12th grade, and during the time we would doing regular stuff, with the rest in on the loudspeaker, and then he said May passed away. Everybody was crying in class. Baffert was shocked. Baffert let us out early. I went to my locker. I met up with Rondell and Germs, because me and Rondell had health during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Mr. Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez was crying. He was like, "Nah, y'all go home. No class today. Go home."
Crying.
Then Mr. Rodriguez was crying. Yeah, he said, "Go home." Everybody says, "Have a day. Go home." Everybody go home, and everybody chill on my block, and that was the day.
For some reason, I don't remember letting out at midday.
Yeah, it was early. Yeah, I got out early that day because usually we go to the library, but the basketball team was there, as Rondell mentioned in his episode. Yeah, the basketball team was in there during the time, and plus we used to work in the library, so we couldn't go to the library. It was chaos. It was chaos that day. People fighting each other. It was people throwing cans. People throwing mad stuff. It was a day.
I remember from what I've seen, it was the worst thing in Rogue that I've experienced in history. I just didn't know it was like a World War III type of shit.
Yeah, it was crazy, yo. It was crazy. So this say, yo, go home, cause it was a wild day, yo. It was a wild day, yo.
No, I got let out early.
Yeah, we got let out early and basically chilled on the block for the rest of the day, basically.
Okay. So you took tech.
Yeah, I was tech.
All right. You remember what other tech teachers you had?
10th grade, I had Mr. Boyd for 10th grade. He was my computer teacher for 10th grade. 11th grade, I had Miss Pooch, and then
Miss Pooch.
Yeah, I had Miss Pooch 11th grade, and then 12th grade, I had VE.
Miss Pooch was sweet, yo. I like her.
Yeah, she was cool. And then I called her Miss E for 12th grade.
So, I know I'm going backwards, but what was your sophomore year like?
Sophomore. Sophomore was alright, you know. Well, one thing about me in sophomore year is that I was girl crazy sophomore year. I would try to get rid of everything sophomore year, and I would just got rejected heavy to a lot sophomore year.
At least you had the courage to do it.
Shockingly, I did, because I know 9th grade, I had questions in 9th grade too. And there was one girl I liked in 9th grade, and I couldn't even say hi to her. You know, that how she was a baddie. I couldn't say hi to her. I'll tell you who they all are after the show.
All screen, all right.
Okay, I mentioned their name. And then one time in 9th grade where I had a question of her, I wanted to buy her chocolate. She turned me down saying, I can't eat chocolate or anything. But on Valentine's Day, that same girl was like, hey kid, happy Valentine's Day, and gave me chocolate. I think that was sweet of her. And with one girl who I met in 9th grade, who me and her was cool. But I had a crush on her. I got her number, and we were talking and stuff like that. So 10th grade came, and I tried to give her, I wrote her love notes, telling her that I like her, but I got turned down. But it is what it is. It is what it is. You live, you learn.
Yeah.
But that was the majority of my 10th grade, though. Basically, getting turned down, trying to pretty much find my place now. I wasn't trying to be too quiet, but I would do the quiet guy. I was basically trying to find my place in 10th grade. But one thing I could say that my grades was still great. Basically, from 9th to 10th grade, when it came to schoolwork, I was killing it though. So
I was gonna ask you that later, but hey, you ready to answer that question?
Yeah. My grades were actually pretty good in 9th to 10th grade. Basically, 9th grade was like 80 average. Through 10th grade was like 75, 80 average. You know, stuff like that. I was a city group material, but I was a smart dude, basically. Say.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but 10th grade was cool. I mean, I liked it. I liked it my teachers that I have for 10th grade, though. You know, I feel like I liked them than any other grade I have.
So 10th grade year, your sister went to the school.
Yeah, my sister came to Robeson in 10th grade. Yeah.
So did y'all go to school? Did y'all walk together? Like,
I feel like we did. And then once we got to school, we pretty much went on separate ways.
Well, yeah, obviously, because the line is a boy line and a girl line, and then y'all didn't have the same classes. Y'all were in the same year.
Yeah.
But having her there, you didn't feel like a little different.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, because even times of her, she was trying to hook me up with some people in Robeson too. During the time, like she has like I got some people that you should get with. And I remember two people. Like I said, I won't say no names. I'll tell you on screen.
Tell me on screen.
Yeah, but one of them, both of them was in your grade. One of them, she was a baddie, but she ended up getting a man, you know. And then the other one, she just wasn't interested in me. It was like, no, it's cool, you know, it's cool. but yeah, But it was cool. But also, more people from my elementary school who was in her grade started coming into the school as well. The people that I knew, started coming to school as well.
Right. Obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
That's supposed to happen, right? So 10th grade year, you have more classes for germs.
Yeah, definitely had more classes with germs in 10th grade. The teachers I have in 10th grade was Miss Wilkerson, who was my USS 3. Mr. Try was my guy.
You already know Mr. Try. I like it.
Yeah, Mr. Try was my guy. I had Spanish in 10th grade. I had Miss Sinning. Germs was with me in that class. Miss Sinning. Germs was with me in that class. Then I have Miss Thomas for math. And then I changed it to Miss Laudia. And then second time I had Mr. Baffris, which I really like Mr. Baffris. Me and him was that cool. Called Jim, I called still had nose. And then computer had Mr. Boyd.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember if there's anybody else, any other class I have a temp, but those are all the ones I remember.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect you to have everything in memory. It's 20-something years.
That's a fact.
It's not like it happened yesterday, so I don't expect it. But
but also 10th grade. Yeah. Also 10th grade. Me, Rondell, Germs started getting more closer to 10th grade. You know. I also started getting a locker in 10th grade. I had a locker on the second floor. Stuff like that. Like I said, Rondell mentioned this on his episode that we started a group called Mix Masters, where we sell CDs and stuff. I sell tapes. I was doing the tape thing, and shockingly enough, people did brought tapes. Shockingly enough, which is weird. but this is something that he did not tell you though.
What?
During this time, we had a rival.
Who was the rival?
We had a little rival. It was me and Rondell versus Germs and Jody.
Oh.
So Germs and Jody, they stayed at Mix Masters, but me and Rondell, we changed our name. We changed our name to Quicksilver. Yeah, and basically we'll see who could sell more CDs and stuff more. And of course, me and Rondell, we killed them way more than Germs and Jody and stuff like that.
So let me ask you this: basically, how did y'all make the CDs? Was it CDs where y'all just had the label put on and then you put the artist names and the stuff on it and print out on the back? Like, how'd y'all do it?
Yeah, basically, you know how you burn CDs? You download it from like on Windows Media, you put it on the CD, and then I guess the songs, you put the song that's on it. Yeah, pretty much, basically. Because
I remember when I was burning CDs, we kind of... when I was burning CDs, we kind of try to make it as professional and different as possible.
Definitely.
We had laser print. We printed out covers and everything because we had a software where you could print out the covers and rip it out and tear it out with the scissors and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was asking if you did it like that or you just wrote on
that. With the tape, even though the tape part was harder because it would sound somewhat weird, but even with that, I even did that, and that even sold something too. So,
well, you did tapes and CDs.
I did tapes. I did tapes and CDs. Yeah,
I can't believe people was buying tapes at the time.
It's weird time, son. Weird time.
So let me ask you.
Yeah.
Did you make tapes of like the popular people that CDs that came out, like 50 and Usher and them, or what?
Yeah, pretty much. Basically, songs that was out during that time, basically. You know, like Jay-Z, Nas, Kanye was just coming out. You know, with College Dropout. Usher had a Confession album. I believe Confession was out that time. Cause
yeah, it was.
Because during this time, me, Roddy, and Germs, every Friday, we used to, after school, we used to go to the CD store. Whether it be a real CD store or the flea market, we buy a bootleg CD store, and we get our news from there. That way, we go home, we download it, put it on our laptop, and if people want to add it to their collection, we could burn it and put it on CD and do it that way.
That is something, bro.
Yeah, it was a lot of work. It was fun too.
Damn.
But yeah. No, I know Rondell mentioned this a little bit, but he didn't fully get into this.
What was it?
We also fought some Bloods in 10th grade too.
That was 10th grade year? Wow.
Yeah, so the story about that was one day me and my dad were going to the CD store. It's like no more Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where Jordan was at during this time. Jordan must have went somewhere or went home or something. But we would go to the CD store, and there was this dude who was in my class and Rondell class. You know, he came to us. He was a Blood, of course, and he tried to pick on Rondell, and then he tried to pick on me because I was associated with Rondell at the time. He was like, yo, with his stuff, all this dumbness. He had his boy with him, stuff like that. The dude tried to hit me. I block his hit. Like, you know, dude tried to hit me again. Rondell came and punched the dude out of nowhere. Like, you know, his boy came in. His boy started fighting. The minute started fighting. The fight was going on for like at least 5 to 10 minutes. You know, the fighting right by like the corner of Atlantic and Keystone. Right by
where they had that little park right there?
Yeah, but we were right before we get to the park, though. Before we get to the park.
Got it.
Everybody would watch it. Everybody like, and we all fighting and stuff like that. Like, you know, this random old lady came. She's like, I know you too. To the two dudes. Like, I know you too. You better run. I'll tell your mother. They ran. They ran after that.
I'm dead.
I'm dead serious. I was upset. It's like that. I was like, yo, man, I don't even want to go there today, yo. I'm going home. So I'm straight upset. I was ready to go home, you know, and yeah. Next thing you know, Monday happened. We went to school. He looking at me because me and him had the same class. Me and him was in the same math class before they changed my class. He looking at me and this him. He gave me respect. I looked at him like, okay.
You talking about the dude?
And then the dude, he nodded head at me and then walked away. And
wow.
I don't know what that was about, but I was like, okay. A couple years later, like post Robeson, we bump into him.
Mm-hmm.
And we bumped into him downtown. And he was like, yo, I just want to say sorry for what I did that day. Man, we would just be bugging. I respect y'all. Y'all keep doing your thing. And I was like, wow. It was just crazy how things went full circle after that, you know.
That is something, bro.
But also now that we're on through 10th grade, I had another altercation I want to get to that happened.
Okay.
Like, this was the third day of school. You know, I had all red on. Bugging out. I don't know what I was thinking. I had all red on. And me and one, I had all red on. I don't know what I was thinking. I had a red shirt, blue jeans. I don't know.
You didn't know better at that time.
I did not know better at the time. I didn't think. It one of those things that you wear something, but you don't think nothing will happen.
Yeah. Because I remember when I was going to rope, I avoided. I mean, I wore a lot of blue, but I avoided red like that. But boy, I was wrong. So one day, me and my friend, we walked home one day. Like, you know, 5 dudes came in front of us. You're like, yo, you blood? I'm like, no, not at all. Stuff like that. Like, do you know, this dude punched me in the face. The boy who was with me, he ran. So next thing you know, if 5 against 1, I'm ready to fight. One thing about me, even though I'm a quiet dude, I don't back up from a fight ever. So I'm ready to fight. Win or lose, I'm ready. Next thing you know, this random dude like, yo, chill out. That's my boy. Leave him alone. Like, you know, the 5 dudes look at me. They're like, I got you. And I look over there, and it turns out I know who the dude is. Remember I told you a story in 9th grade. The dude told this one dude to do push in front of the whole school. Yeah.
That dude saved my life that day. That dude saved my life that day. Yeah, he saved my life that day. He told the dude to not fight me. But it was like, I was shocked. But I know after that day, I never wore red at Robeson no more though. So that way that vote happened, I never wore red after that no more.
Got it.
Yeah.
So 11th grade year came, and this is when y'all started BlazeUp Glory.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start. So the end of 10th grade, myself, Jern, Sam, and Jody, we all leave the school and stuff like that. And for some reason, the end of the school year, we all found out that we had talent. I found out that Rondell, Germs could rap. I found out Jody could rap. They found out that I could write songs. They found out I could sing. So I kept that in. I didn't tell nobody about that. And we found out about that like the end of 10th grade. So 11th grade came, and we knew that we wanted to do music, but we were basically a group with no name. Basically, it was basically at the moment we were basically a plan. So it wasn't no full vision on what we were going to do. And one thing that I wanted to do first, I wanted to change my name. I didn't want people to call me Kenneth no more, because when people call me Kenneth, it was reminded of my father.
But you also had like 2 other Kenneths in the year, right?
Yeah, but that too.
I meant both.
Yeah, that too. So I was just like, I gotta change my identity. So I thought I wanted to tell people to call me Ken.
From then.
But of course, I got joked behind that because Ken the Barber. Yeah, Ken the Barber. But I didn't care. I needed to change it. So I started to go with Ken, and I needed something to match my identity if we go do this group thing. So of course it was this artist by the name of New Soul Child. He had his 3rd album, Soul Star. Mm-hmm. And for some reason it was catchy. So you're like, you know what? I'm gonna call myself Ken the Soul Star. So I got my name for that. So when the name Blaze of Glory happened, what we did was we asked many people in the library to pick a name. All of them pick a name, and we narrowed it down to 4 names. The 4 names was Blaze of Glory, which was based on the Clips song Blaze of Glory, Quicksilver, Mixed Masters, and some other name that I can't remember what it was. And we asked everybody. It
didn't matter now, though. So.
Yeah, it don't matter. but we narrowed down what name would be good for us, and everybody picked Blaze of Glory, and that's the name we went with Blaze of Glory, something like that.
Gotcha.
So the original members were just me, myself, Aaron, Keto Sands, RJB, and Jody at the time.
So, Blaze of Glory was after y'all left 10th grade, going into 11th?
Yeah.
So during that summer, y'all met up?
I believe, yeah, we did met up during that summer. Hang out. No, we didn't actually. Cause I went away that summer. I went away to Universal for like a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. So I definitely did hang out with the fellas that much. I probably hang out with them probably once or twice during the summer. I believe we did went to the movies during the summer. But yeah, I think 11th grade we hang out way more though.
So when you came back 11th grade,
yeah,
that was when y'all was officially Blaze of Glory.
Yeah. And with 11th grade, all our mouths have changed. Rondell had a new look. He got his hair. I wanted to be more out there because that year, those next 2 years, I didn't want to be the quiet kid no more. Basically, I wanted to really be out there, And we just trying to basically switch up who he was basically.
I get that, yeah.
Improvement.
Alright. So 11th grade year, how? Do you remember what you had? Who you had?
For 11th grade, I have English. I had Miss St. Victor. For science, I had Mr. Strecky again. For history, I have Miss Theodore. Get to that. And then for computer, I have Miss Pooch. I don't remember who I have for math for 11th grade.
So after y'all used to go to the writing center in 11th grade?
Oh yeah. We started to go to the writing center in 11th grade. 11th grade, actually, 11th grade was pretty cool. So, except for like one moment, but 11th grade was pretty cool. Yeah, we started going to the writing center more. Miss Siegel started to really be, fond of us, being there and stuff like that. Shout out to Miss Siegel. Also, since my grade for 9th and 10th was so good, I got invited to go to this program. And the program was called TCP with Miss Levy. Yeah, that started in 11th grade. and it was basically people who have not city group grades, but grades who was too good, stuff like that. Rondell also got an invite for that. Jern got an invite for that, and a couple other people who got an invite for TCP. Originally, it was just a my grade thing. Originally,
then they ended up going into my year too.
Yeah, then before they opened it up for other people, before they opened up to other people and stuff like that. And it was cool. It basically was a program where we discuss like topics and stuff like that. We go on trips and other community stuff. It was pretty cool, It was pretty cool. Yeah.
That's what's up. There's nothing more exciting that happened during your 11th grade, right?
I got my first failing grade in 11th grade.
Wow.
Which was Miss Theodore. She failed me.
What class was Theodore in? Yeah.
She was government. She was a history.
Oh, history. Okay.
Yeah.
So did you have to go to summer school?
I did. Yeah, I had to go to summer school for that. Yeah, and I got the credit back, but yeah, she messed up my whole grade during that time. And also during that class, I had a lot of people who were teaching pets too, who kissed her butt. I had a lot of people who got good grades in that class. But it is what it is. It is what it is, though. It is what it is.
It's been an odyssey.
I feel like as more things happen. Actually, the group expanded more. Blaze of Glory expanded more in 11th grade. We added more.
Tell me more about that.
So of course we added Mally Mel in 11th grade. He was in 9th grade during the time. We first met him at the Writing Center because they had an open mic on Friday, and I remember Miss Kabali told us to stay. So we stayed one day, and I remember we were in a circle and stuff like that. And it was this year, Mally Mel started rapping and stuff like that. And we were looking like, yo, this dude is cool, okay? He can rap and stuff like that. Then, of course, they invited us to the Bronx Chocolate Cafe, and Mally performed again on stage. And me, Jerns, and Rondell looking at this like, yo, we got to add him to the team. So Rondell and Jern, they came to Mally Mel and asked him to join the Blaze of Glory. And we're cool ever since. Also, yeah, we had a girl in Blaze of Glory at one point as well.
Yeah, I know. Tanisha, right?
Well, not only just her, she got added when we was in 12th grade. 11th grade, we added this girl named Amanda, who was in our grade. She joined Blaze of Glory in 11th grade.
Oh, Amanda.
Yeah, also, I don't think you ever knew that we had a girl group too. That added. We're joining Blaze of Glory.
Was it something like Destiny's Child?
Yeah, it was.
I figured.
It was this girl named Cassandra, this girl named Christine, and Nally.
Oh wow, really? Huh?
Yeah, formed the girl group. I wrote some song for them and stuff like that. It didn't work out, but I tried my best. We even had a single who for people who wanted to be like the first lady of Blaze of Glory. it was hilarious. I know Say I spoke about that a little bit about that. And we had all the rap battles and stuff like that.
Sounded like there was in a freaking competition or something.
It was a fun time. It was a fun time during that time. I'm not gonna hold you. It was a really, really fun time during that time, and it was fun, And it motivated us to, try to make music. I know during 11th grade, we only had one song, but it never was recorded, but we made a song called It's a Love Thing. And that was the only song that we made. We performed it once. We performed it once in the open mic. So it was a catchy song. Myself, Sands, Germs, and Mally.
So, the 12th grade year.
But nevertheless, the 11th grade fun though. 11th grade fun though. Except for
okay.
Yeah, but except for Miss Theater, failing me, but yeah, that was great fun.
So you came back as a senior.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Senior was cool. You know, I tried to do a lot of stuff senior year. You know, I was
like what?
TCP. I was doing TCP. Of course, I was with the Off the Hook team with Miss Siegel and Miss Kambali. I tried to do chorus for one day with Ashton, Tiff, and Angelica, because Miss Kambali recommended that I should go so I could get my singing part better for the music scene. And I did it for like probably one time. What else? Of course, we had B-Cal, of course, happened senior year. And how that happened, they came to Robeson and told us about coming to Brooklyn College on Saturday, and then how that happened.
Yeah, same for me.
Yeah. And then Taz as well happened, and that happened at B-Cal. Actually, Taz happened at B-Cal, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah, I tried to do a lot of stuff senior year, you know.
I see, like, so senior year, you just kept yourself busy. When the Brooklyn College room was downstairs at the time, and then of course y'all heard about it, and
yeah.
Just like me, you went in there and there was advertising to come to the Brooklyn College site from the room and all that. Yeah. So y'all started to go there after school and on Saturdays.
Yeah. I know we mainly went there on Saturdays mainly. We had to there after school sometime because we was doing TCP and stuff like that. So Sunday, if we didn't have like nothing going on after school, then we would go to Brooklyn College at school.
Wow.
Yeah. Trust me. This is one of those things where I learned to manage my time on different things, and it wasn't easy.
So. What else? You did the yearbook committee, right?
Yeah, I did the yearbook committee.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about that. So, I was doing the yearbook committee of 12th grade and stuff like that for a little bit, and they were doing the voting for the thing. So I put myself down for more creative, and I put myself for best group as a joke. I put down for best group as a goal. I'm gonna put my group down for best group and see what happened. I didn't think nothing of it, but a lot of people were voting for us. Like a lot of people voted for us. When the first round came, we won the first round. A lot of people was upset that we won the first round.
What?
A lot of people was yes. A lot of people was upset. People in the committee was upset that we won the first round. They said, "Oh, it's rigged. Rigged this. Oh, it's rigged. We gotta do a recount." Because they was upset because their friends were in the yearbook. Their friends didn't win first round. So when they did a second round, all their friends got in and we wasn't in the yearbook. All the popular groups got in, we was in the yearbook. So we got slaughtered. I was like, wow, okay.
I know that must have felt real bad.
Yeah, okay. I'm out today. I'm off this committee. I'm out this committee. Stuff like that. So yeah.
That is something.
I was upset when that happened, yo. I was upset.
And you just stopped showing up after that day?
No, I never showed. I didn't show back to the committee after that day. I didn't show back. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Hey, bro.
I'm good. Shoot, not only that you shoved me for the best group, but you shoved me for most creative as well. Cause during that time of senior year, I started to write my songs more. I started to post my poetry more. And I started posting them on Scornix and stuff too. So a lot of people started to see it. A lot of people started to start to know who I was, basically. They started to know who Ken the Soul Star was, you know. Stuff like that. So yeah, that was basically the birth of that, you know.
So what was the with Blaze of Glory? Y'all did the mixtape for Miss Siegel, right?
Yeah.
I had a couple songs on there.
Yeah, off the hook. Yeah, we did the off the hook CD, stuff like that. I got to tell you a story about Meaning of Love. So the Meaning of Love started from music class.
Really?
It started from music. It was a music class project. So it'd be at the time. I gotta tell you the teacher I had for 12th grade. So for 12th grade, I had Miss Gotti for English. Then I had Miss Ordell again. Then I had health for 12th grade. Then for music, I had 3 music teachers for 12th grade.
There's 3 different?
I had 3 music teachers, yeah. Before Mr. Tima was a permanent teacher. Mr. Tima was not a permanent teacher at first. The first teacher I had was this guy named Mr. E. He's a white guy who did music. Then I had Mr. Boyd, who was my computer teacher in 10th grade. He was my replacement teacher until we had an actual teacher. And then Mr. Tima was my actual music teacher during my last market period. Then of course also for math I had Mr. Baffris and Mr. Alexander, and then for VE I had Ms. E. Oh, and also since Ms. Theodore failed me last year, I had to make up that class, and I had Miss Jane to make up for the history class because of Miss.
Wow.
Yeah. So back to the music teacher. So I had Mr. E for music effort, and he actually.
I don't even know these people.
Yeah. By the time you had him, he left when Tima came. Virtually, yeah, he left when Tima came.
Wait, Tima wasn't always there?
No, not when I had him. I had Tima. Tima was third market period, first term. That's when I had Tima. I had a completely different teacher at the beginning of the term.
Got it.
Completely different teacher.
I didn't know Tima was just starting at Rogue.
Yeah. He just started Rogue 2006. So I had Mr. E, and he asked us to write a song for a project. So I decided to write "The Meaning of Love," and I just writing it. I didn't think nothing of it. I just writing it. He gave me an 80 for that paper. He gave me an 80.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, and I started showing it to everybody. Everybody loved the song. It was two things people loved when I wrote. Was "That Meaning of Love" and this poem called "In My Own Words" and stuff like that. And "In My Own Words" got to the yearbook that year.
Wow.
Yeah. But "The Meaning of Love," people loved it. People loved "The Meaning of Love," and like they know, I went to the writing center. I started making the beat. And yes, to confirm, I made the beat. Sans co-produced the beat. Sans was listening to the beat. Sans like, y'all like this, but it's missing something. Then Sans added the strings, and that's how that happened. So yeah. Nicky, I made the beat, I made the song. Everybody liking it. We were in the writing center. It was made in the writing center. Everybody loving it. They're like, okay, this dope. It's dope. Molly Mel came over. Molly Mel was feeling it. Molly was like, okay, I like this. So I asked Molly Mel, yo, you want to be on the song? And he was so happy when I asked him to be on the song. He was so happy. He wrote his verse. He wrote his verse like that. He wrote his verse like that. He was ready. Stuff like that.
Molly was still eager back then.
Yeah, that boy was ready. Yeah, he was ready. And we wrote the song. And stuff like that. And we recorded it. I'm not gonna lie. I wish the recording process was better, and which was more like choppier. But I mean, for what it was good for what it was. But I think with the recording process was better. So I feel like if we wasn't make that song today, we would kill it. I spoke about this. Me and Molly spoke about this on the trilogy, his episode of the trilogy. So y'all will hear it. Y'all hear a story about that on that as well. But yeah, if we were to make it today, it would be way better than what it was in 2006.
I feel you. And then I had more songs on the soundtrack, on the mixtape.
Yeah, we also have "Shaking the Pop It" on the mixtape. Rondell was originally on the track, but due to what he was saying, he got censored off the track. So it was just me and Jerns. And I had to make I made an improv first, honestly. I wrote that verse on the spot. She was up in the club getting popping with some popping bottom. I wrote that off the bat, off the top of my head, just matching with the beat, and that's how that happened.
Wow. Yeah. And then y'all was telling me that Shaking and Poppin' was extremely big.
It was. Every time Jared would play that beat in the right center, everybody would dance to it. Everybody would come in. Everybody would come into the right center, and when they hear "Shaking the Pop It," everybody would dance to it. Like everybody would dance to it. Like literally dance to it. Like literally.
I think that should have been. That should have been a precursor to setting up.
It should have been. It should have been. Even Miss Kamali Masika was jamming to it. That's how you know it was a hit. That's how you know it was a hit. Like John was a genius. John was a genius for that song. Like for real, he was a genius for that song. And that song was made. We went to Brooklyn College because they had DJ classes at Brooklyn College. John brought it to Roll to redo it. Same exact way.
Wow.
Yeah, Jern was a genius for that song. And of course, we also had BlazeUp Anthem as well. And me and Molly made the chorus for BlazeUp Anthem. Me and Molly made the chorus for BlazeUp Anthem. Sans was supposed to be in that song too. I don't know what happened to him on that song.
I thought he was.
He just didn't show up to the recording. I think that way he didn't show up to the recording. Tamisha was on it. We added Tamisha.
Where did y'all record these stuff?
Clique.
Where did y'all record?
We record in a computer class upstairs.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, we recorded in a computer class upstairs.
So they had a microphone and all that stuff set up, or y'all just recorded to the computer, or what?
I didn't record it to the computer. Yeah,
okay, you could do it that way too.
Yeah. It was, like I said, it was a rough process. Stuff like that. We skipped multiple days of TCP to do those recordings though, stuff like that. But yeah, so my dad was supposed to be on the track, he wasn't. Molly was on the track, I was on the background vocals, Tamisha was on the track, and Jerns was on the track.
Got it.
Yeah, but I felt like even though the song was cool, the way it was mixed down, it sounded terrible though. The way it was mixed down sounded terrible though. I felt like if it was mixed correctly, it would sound way better.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is something, bro. Also, you went to prom on your sophomore year.
I knew the question was coming. I know you're curious how I took a 10th grader to prom.
Yeah.
I know you. So I got to the story. It's a funny story actually. So one day I'm chilling, cause I was friends with Aria and her crew, and because Amanda was friends with them too, and stuff like that. And Aria made a joke, say, "Hey, you want to take me to prom?" And I was like, "Yeah." But I wasn't joking when I said that. They didn't know she was serious. She was serious. They didn't know she started getting everything, get her dress, getting my shirt and stuff like that, getting the limo. She paid for everything. And honestly, for her to do that, I was like, wow, because she didn't have to do that. She didn't have to do that and stuff like that. So shout out to her for that, and shout out to her for making me have a good time at prom. That's one thing that I would never forget. That's one thing somebody ever did for me that I never think somebody would ever do. So that really meant a lot. Like for real.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was out of random.
It was, and the thing about it, this thing was planned probably March of that year. Mind you, I was dating somebody later that year in school.
Oh wow.
And stuff like that. So and that's a whole nother story how that happened. That's another whole story how that happened. And yeah, definitely a good person,
Yeah. All right. So overall experience of Roll was all right for you. Had your ups and downs.
Overall, we had ups and downs. Had ups and downs for Rosa, but overall it was a cool experience. And, one thing that it did taught me to be a better person than I am today, though. Still health. Look at me now. I'm not the same guy who I was in Rose, the same quiet guy. I mean, I do have my shy moments, but yeah, I can say I grew a lot though.
All right. Time y'all regrouped into the BlazeUp Clique, right?
Yeah. So the rebrand didn't happen because Blaze of Glory was us and Robeson. Blaze of Glory was us and Robeson. We feel like we didn't want to be those same guys. We was those same guys. People do call us, oh, Blaze of Glory, them guys. Do try to tease the name, oh, bunch of geeks, all this nonsense. And knowing us now, we're not the same guys we was in high school. So the rebranding happened. It was basically time for rebranding. So the summer of 2007, we changed the name to BlazeUp Clique, stuff like that. My Mal was doing the group during his time, but he pretty much took a leave at access because he wanted to focus on school. And we respected that. So we like, Molly, whenever you come back, you're ready, stuff like that. We added you to the group that year as well. Yeah, and I'm not gonna hold you. You was a good addition to the group, stuff like that. But yeah, and we thought we had something going during this time. We also had Tyler and Squirrel at it, and which I gotta say one thing about Tyler and Squirrel, they helped me out during one of my worst times. They basically rebuilt myself into, I guess a more happier side. They brought up my happier side even when I was doing hard times. So I got to shout out to Tyler and Squirrel for that. They played a big part of getting myself back. Because
what was crazy about when I got there, it felt at home because I seen Tyler and Squirrel, but
yeah.
I didn't really. Not like you see people all the time, but you don't really conversate other than what up.
Yeah, I know.
That was my relationship with them too.
No, that's the same thing because I didn't know Tyler and Squirrel and Rosen. But one day, it was a time where it was Jern's birthday. It was me, Wandell, and Jern decided, let's go to B-Cow. Just randomly go to B-Cow, randomly. We went to B-Cow that day. It was like basically post Robeson. So Mr. David Goodman, he was happy to see us. Oh my God, it's been so wild to see us, stuff like that. Tyler Squirrel was there. Tyler Squirrel was right there, and stuff like that. Then I'm like, oh my God, this guy. But Jern knew them, and that day we became cool. That day, Tyler Squirrel became family. That day, and I was just like, I'm happy that I got these bros as my brothers, stuff like that.
Right. So we as the BlazeUp Clique didn't really get to writing for like almost a whole 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I didn't want to touch that, but I could touch that. I could touch that part. It was true. It was true. It was a time period where we call it the BS era, where we done more fun than we did in music. That was true. I could say that was the point. I feel like we lost the sight of what we were really trying to do. But then when Mally came back, officially came back,
he was like the glue.
Yes, yeah. Mally was the glue that we was missing, though. Mally was the inspirational that we was missing. And I was happy when he came back. I did want to make music. I didn't mind having fun, but fun wasn't the full point of the group. The group was to make music, but we could still have fun. But we was also a music group. So when Mally came back, he was definitely the glue. He definitely was the missing piece of the puzzle. And even due to that, it was a whole bunch of conflict due to that. It was a whole bunch of conflict due to that.
So, after a while, we needed a place to like chill out and work on music.
Yeah.
So we started going to the basement.
Yeah, you opening your basement to us was like one of the best ideas that we ever did. I could hold you.
Yeah, we met up at least two times or 3 times a week whenever we could.
Yeah.
and then we started to go down there and get busy.
Thanks. And it was a cool experience, you know, the basement. It was a cool experience.
So, how much songs were in your songbook during that time?
Woo! I ain't gonna hold you. I was writing since 8th grade. So
8th grade. I didn't know.
Yeah, it was a long because my first song in 8th grade was a comedy song. First song in 8th grade was a comedy song. Yeah, it was a song called Sun. It basically just like I went to the party, son. It was so stupid. It was something really stupid. A comedy song. I didn't take myself serious. Then I stopped making music. I wrote poetry for a little bit. After I wrote poetry, I started making music again. But even after that, from 2000 and I guess from 9th grade until when we would do BlazeUp Clique, I wrote a lot of songs. I wrote over 300 songs.
Wow.
Over 300 songs. I even wrote a song for somebody in Robeson. For a girl in Robeson.
Wow.
I can tell you a little bit about this. She wrote a song already. She wrote a song. I won't say the person's name, but she wrote a song. I told you who it is after. She wrote a song. She was getting into music. She wrote a song. And during this time, I was already known for songwriting. So people used to come to me about songs and stuff like that. So she showed me her song and stuff like that. She's thinking about getting into music. I'm like, I got you. I'll help you out with it. So we write the song. I made a beat for her. I wrote some parts. She wrote the whole song with some parts. I did background vocals for her stuff, but it never went anywhere. But it was a cool experience to just start helping fellow classmates, you know, with the music and stuff like that.
That is something, bro.
Yeah, but 300 songs, man. 300 songs, yo. And that's one thing about me. I love music, son. And
do you remember the day that we was in Union Square Park and we was writing songs?
I do remember that. I do remember, yeah. We used to write songs everywhere, son. We used to write songs everywhere. Like
before we made a plan to do it in the basement.
Yeah, you used to write songs in the park. You used to write songs on the train. Me and you, like idiots, we brought our songbook to Coney Island. I don't know what we were thinking that day. We wrote our songbooks everywhere.
Because we was really feeling the music.
Yeah, we love music. You know, we really love music. And that's how serious we was about it, you know. That's how serious we was about it.
I'm going to discuss the 3 songs that we did.
Alright.
I'm a Star.
Shoot, I'm a star.
Remember that process?
You know, yes, I remember that process. Originally, I'm a Star with just you and Sands. Actually, it was just you at first, and you wanted Sands to be a part of it.
Yes.
You wanted Sands to be a part of it. And I remember that process. Then we had that low budget video. We had a low budget video on Southeast Seaport.
On YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, on YouTube, yeah. They got like a whole bunch of plays on there. Next thing we know, you wanted it to be a group song. You wanted that to be a group song. You know, you wanted everybody to be a part of it. You even wanted me to be a part of it, but there wasn't really no space for me. So what I did was to basically be the background vocal, basically be the hype man of the song, and I made it work. But yeah, I'm a Star was a really dope song though. Also, you made the beat for it, so it was really dope.
Yeah. I'm a Star was like a baby for me, and then I really loved how the rap verses was delivered on there. Like it made it real good.
It really did though. Like every verse fit the song. Like and like the way you switch over, like you know, Jern, then you, then Sands, then Mally, like it's like a switch over, and then my little thing, and I add my little thing to it, especially when we performed that live. I ain't gonna hold you. It worked. Maybe we performed it live. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh, I was gonna get into that later.
Yeah.
So
But yeah.
We also did other songs like Rebound. Now the writing of I was thinking of Rebound because I was R&B inspired, so I just wanted an R&B song that worked.
Yeah.
That was my mind coming into it. How was your mind when we elected you to be part of Rebound?
The same thing. I thought about where's I don't want to say this guy's name, but was R. Kelly and Usher Same Girl came out around that time?
I think so.
Cause that's the monster that I wanted to get. How I wanted Rebound was with me and you was during that time. Like we was like the same, like something like that basically. So I pretty much did have the same mindset as you, that I wanted to be like an R&B central track.
So we wrote that Sans made the beat.
Yeah, Sans made the beat. And Sans also had a verse on the song.
Yeah, Sans had the last verse.
Yeah, which really fit the song though. This verse really fit the song and stuff like that. And to be clear, because there's rumors out there saying I made a song about somebody, and then I made this song about nobody at all. It's about nobody. You know, my verse was just something I wrote. It wasn't about nobody.
And Rebound, we didn't have a lot of problems writing, like, as in writing. No, that song was actually put together.
It really was. It was.
But we had a hard time recording it the right way.
Yeah. Until recently, we found the actual version that sounded really good, which I'm upset about that. You know, we found the official final version that sounded really good. And like if we were to put that version out during that time, that song would have been bigger than the way it is.
Sometimes I think that we should have shot a video for it.
I agree. I think all our songs, we should do that video for all our songs, son.
Yeah, because nowadays when it comes to music, the quickest way for people to get the fan base, they make videos and they put the songs online.
Yeah.
But I know that takes money, and at that time we were broke.
Yeah, you know, the fact visual, you know, give people more of a better insight of the meaning of the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, remember we brought that out. That was just a flop. Just a song that a lot of people who know us just wouldn't even mention.
Yeah, I mean, I wish Rebound could have done way better than it did. But yeah, I feel like we pushed it out too quicker. I feel like we should push it out quick.
We was eager to do it.
Yeah.
And we was eager to get it done because we did it at Mally's man's house in Sheepshead Bay. Yeah, we did it at Stratosphere.
Yeah, we did Rebound 3 or 4 different times. Like, that was one song that was probably the hardest to record.
Yeah, and it's just the recording process was just tough.
Yeah, it was.
So, my homeboy Ray Sean, he was chilling around us. He started to chill with us, and that's my homeboy. So we just added him to the team, and then he started to make some beats for us as well.
Yeah.
Then our biggest hit ever came out of that. Teddy Overload.
Teddy Overload, huh? So I got to tell you how Teddy Overload was even invented. So one day, myself, Germs, and Rondell, we were walking on Ethan Parkway randomly. You know, we was walking, talking, just a random day. We see some fine ladies. Rondell randomly said, "Teddy Overload." Me and Germs turned around. We were like, "Wait, what you just said?" That's a Teddy Overload. Like, you know, I made a beatbox, Germs rapping 16 to 20 bars. And Rhonda would keep saying Teddy Overload, and that's how that happened. Next thing you know, we went back to the basement. We presented to the team. Everybody like, "Yo, this is fire," and stuff like that. And yeah, and then next thing you know, Ray Sean pretty much had a beat for us already. Basically, he brought multiple beats, and I guess we pretty much see which one was the best. And the Teddy Overload one, the beat that he had fit. He made it be strictly for that song. Like,
he heard it once and just went home and did his thing.
Basically.
That's what I gotta say about that.
Yeah, basically, and the beat really fit. It really fit. Originally, Teddy Overload was myself, Roddy, Aaron Kinzo Sands, and RJB. Was on the original. We had 2 versions of Teddy Overload. And, you know, the version with Germs was on it, it was more explicit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my version was way explicit to be MrGentleman. Before then, I wasn't MrGentleman yet. I wasn't MrGentleman yet. I was through Soulstar during that time. Whereas during that time, I was on the verge of changing the name anyway. So during that time, you know, an album came out, Neo, Yeah, the Gentleman. You know, one of my favorite Neo albums.
Oh yeah.
But I started thinking to myself, yo, maybe I should be MrGentleman. But I wasn't sure if my lifestyle lived up to that name. So I asked many people, should I change my name to MrGentleman instead of Soulstar? I know people crush the name change. Some people are like, yeah, you should do it. It fits you. And they didn't know MrGentleman was born. So the first Teddy Overload verse, it didn't fit MrGentleman. It was more Soulstar. But then when we started to do it to the studio, and when the studio was like how no cursing on it, we had to completely change it. So
oh yeah, definitely.
So, you know, first shout out to y'all for helping me out. She picked the verse. And shout out to your sister. Shout out to your sister, because she played a part of helping me come up with the better verse.
She definitely did. I remember that.
Yeah, so I don't think I ever shout her out for that, but she definitely helped me out with that verse. So shout out to, you know, her for that. And I gotta say, the verse I have now is a way better verse than I had before. It was pretty much, the old version was mad explicit for no reason. Like, I didn't get why it was so explicit, but yeah. And then on the other version, Mally took over for Germs.
Tell us what happened that day at the studio with Germs.
So
we need the inside scoop.
Yeah, so we was in the studio, stuff like that. We was recording Teddy Overload and stuff like that. And I'm not sure what happened with Germ. I think Germ got really frustrated with the process, and Germ just pretty much left basically. He just left, and pretty much that was that. So we all just wondering like, yo, what we gonna do? Germ left. Germ frustrated with the process. You know, are we gonna wait until Germ come back and stuff like that? So Mally pretty much, you know, just came in like, you know what? I got a verse ready for it. Let's do it. Mally was ready.
To me, during rehearsals, it seemed like Mally wanted to be on it forever.
He did. He did want to be on it. And the thing about it, if I had to pick, I would want both of them on the track. But
me too.
It's like how I'm a star. It's like how I didn't really have a verse on my star, but I still managed to play a part in it. The thing was, I wanted both of them on the track. I wanted both of them on the track and stuff like that. And that was the part that sucked because both of them could be on the track. You know,
It wasn't no space for both.
Yeah. So when Molly jumped on it, you know, I can say, even though I love Virgin, it was so raw, so dope. Molly brought more of that radio feel to the song. Like, it was more radio with Molly on it, though.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. But like I said, both Virgin was good. I would have both of them was on the song. That would have been amazing. Both of them on the song would have made the song even greater, you know. But yeah, Teddy Overload, still a legendary song to this day. I was just on this podcast, Better Call Daddy podcast, talking about the song, telling her that, you know, it played on multiple stations. It would play it on college station. It would play on underground station. It would play it on Power 105. It would play it on Power 105, and I still upset that I did not hear the song on Power 105. I know you upset that you didn't hear it on Power 105. I'm upset about that.
Of course, still to this day.
Yeah, I was upset about that. And I remember when that happened, I was at work. I was at work in New Cold. I was doing overnight. Next thing you know, I'm coming out of work. My Twitter was blowing up. And people would say, "Yo, kid, we heard y'all on Power 105." I was like, "No, y'all didn't. Next thing you know, more people, "Yo, we heard you on Power 105, Teddy Overload." Like, stop playing. Then more people, and I'm like, "Yo, what the? How am I hearing us on Power 105? We didn't hear ourselves in Power 105." I was so upset. I was so upset about that, you know. But yeah, Teddy Overload was just a legendary song. One song that I could have seen a video for. One song that even in this today's generation, that song could be on the Billboard chart. That song could take over the TikTok charts. That song could be big now. No, I believe that. Yes.
Oh man, and you know what was crazy? The fact that I was still in college, so
yeah.
The fact that a lot of my classmates caught wind of that song, and like I think you used to meet me up at college and stuff.
Yeah.
Next, you know, people used to see us walking up J Street. They're like, "Yo, those the Teddy Overload boys."
we had a whole name and everything. Teddy Overload boys. We had a whole name and everything, yo. Those are the Teddy Overload boys. Oh man.
When they used to see us walking up downtown Brooklyn.
Facts. The Teddy Overload boys, man. Don't tell the Overload boys we were famous though. Like, old you. We were famous. Oh shit.
For the time, it was kind of a thing because I never seen so many people share the song that retweet the song.
Me either, yo. So much.
I go places now, they still mention it. They still talk about it.
Same here, yo.
They probably got it on their YouTube save.
As a fact, YouTube.
Well, there was a lot of downloads, right?
It was a whole, because remember MySpace would happen around that time. We have over more than 5,000 downloads of that song. Also, we was on Reverb Nation, and we downloaded a lot on there too. I call YouTube. We had like over 3,000 downloads, plays.
3,000 plays, yeah.
And even SoundCloud, we have a lot of on there too. So like, the song is a hit. It's like a download all over. Like people listen to our songs, man, believe it or not.
Nah, I can imagine the fact because when we went out to perform at the Bowery.
The Bowery. Yeah.
And we made that famous video.
The first time, yeah. That was
and then the people who was in the Bowery was reloading our stuff.
For real.
It was like that Teddy song. I'm like, come on. Remember?
Yeah, Teddy song. Oh gosh. No, I ain't gonna hold you. Those were the days, son. Those were the days.
That's something that people will remember us for the rest of our life.
For real.
Whether they want to admit it or not. So, so it's crazy that we went to the studio, recorded a lot of songs, but we didn't get to release more songs than we were supposed to.
Yeah, I think that's the part when it comes to us doing music. I think that's the part that I probably regret the most. I want to do more songs. I want us to release more songs, and I want cause we the thing was we had a lot of ideas for a lot of songs. We just never got a chance to record them. And the other songs like Hometown, we recorded it just never got put out. So even with, like I mentioned on the trilogy, even the version with Germs on Hometown Heartache that never got a chance to get recorded.
And I wanted,
yeah.
And I wasn't even part of Hometown. I let y'all do y'all thing, and wanted to see how that would do.
Yeah,
so I remember that.
Yeah,
and that was the.
Yeah, but we had a lot of other songs. We had Fantasy to Reality. We had Caramel Dreams. We had Cruising. We had Sunshine. We had a lot of songs, yo.
Are You Ready for Me?
Are You Ready for Me? Take It to the Room. Yeah, we had a lot of songs, and a lot of them did not get recorded. And I think that's one thing that I regretted about us doing music is to not put out as much songs as we should.
Yeah, because honestly, since we weren't in a label or anything,
yeah,
at that point we could do what the hell we want. Like most people who do SoundCloud at that time or anything else, they were putting out like 20 to 30 songs on their SoundCloud.
Yeah, and plus we didn't have at the time we didn't have no studio to make music. We didn't have enough money to go to the studio every week
as well
too. So I think that was another downfall.
That was those. We had obstacles. If anybody listening to us right now,
yeah,
we wanted to do music, but we had a lot of obstacles in the way, and since we didn't have a label backing us up or nothing, it was our pocket money doing that.
Yeah, it was a lie, stuff like that. And then as time went on, a lot of our mindset changed within the music. Some of us lost love for it. Some of us went to new directions, and others kept going with it. After a while,
So tell me about the breakup with PUC. What was going on through y'all head during that time?
I know for me, I know we were on the verge of being to come back. I remember we had an idea with remember we had a song with DJ Khaled B, and that was like a soft comeback and stuff like that. We was on the verge of come back, but one thing during that time, my grandfather passed away, and in my mind, I guess my mom
wasn't in it.
Yeah, my mom just wasn't in it when it came to music no more. It just wasn't there and stuff like that. It was just one of those things that I guess I just ready to do something else.
I know that with Ty and Germs, they was just not with it no more as well. I seen that.
Yeah.
They just stopped coming to the basement rehearsal.
They've been checked. Yeah, Germs and I've been checked out during that time. I know for me it was because my grandfather passed away, and I guess my love for doing music was just pretty much gone. And also, during that time, I started to partying a lot more, and I started slowly to get into the promoting thing slowly. But I wasn't fully there yet though. But it was slowly getting there.
So I want to talk about one more thing.
Yeah.
Summer Bashment Part 1.
Summer Bashment. Oh boy. Summer Bashment, legendary party. The idea started from you.
Yes.
You wanted to have a party in your basement, with your friends, and you want to see what we could do. And I was like, you know what? I was sure about it. Like, you sure you want to do this, Roddy? Sure you think it will work? Right? Like, yeah, let's do it. So
I want to say something here.
Yeah.
So my parents was throwing parties out of that basement for decades, for a long time. And then, we got to the age, we was already like 18, 19. So I said, you know what? They always throwing random parties here. Why not? I want to do it for once. So of course I asked them, It's all right. Of course, you know, we had to do a lot of moving stuff out the way and stuff to clear the basement, and we had to prepare for it. Now you have food prepared for us and everything.
Yeah.
I think I bought a speaker and everything for that too, right?
Yeah.
The caution wasn't the first one, right?
Yeah, caution wasn't the first one. Yeah.
So he had his equipment, his cousin.
Yeah.
So what do you remember from the first one?
First one, it was a lot of people. The first one, it was like good. I want to say probably 40 to 50 people. The first one, I believe it was 40, 50 people. A lot of people from Robeson came. Ricky, Sam, Juliana came out. Your brother twins came out that night, and the first one was really cool. people was wild. People was wild in the first one. The people running out saying F Brownville and bugging out, but the first one was fun. But first one was fun, but I knew we could have done better.
This was our practice on trying to host events.
Yeah.
So before the actual promoting came about, this was us hosting our first event.
Yeah.
No, we had the space already. We had to pay for the space. We just had to supply drinks, liquor, music, and the people.
Yeah, and mind you, we were through BlazeUp Clique during this time. It was 2009. We were through BlazeUp Clique during this time.
Right. So we were spreading the word because Facebook was on fire and Twitter was on fire at this time.
Yeah, and our BlazeUp Clique page was growing crazy. It was. We had a lot of people on that page.
So the first one was a soft smash.
Yeah.
Was a soft smash. I personally had a lot of family members there, so I was dancing with Julie most of the night.
Yeah, I danced with a couple of people. It was a fun night. The first one was a fun night.
But the second one,
G. Louise.
Bigger, more people. Go ahead.
It was legendary. The second one was legendary. Yeah, man, it was a wild night. The second one was a wild night, and chaos. It was a big success. A lot more people came out. A lot more friends came out. A lot more new people that we knew, during the year came out.
And quite honestly, I think everybody was dating somebody at the time, so their girlfriend brought out friends.
Yeah.
So I remember I was talking to Sam, and he was saying, "How did so much people come that night?" I was like, "Word." Somebody told all these girls brought their friends, all these dudes from around my way, my family, and then got a whole mix of people. Yeah. So it was.
So we even had Bless and Chris there. And one under the red light, one under the green light.
Well, let me explain that.
Oh shoot!
So we had the party. I had my cousin prepare the food. We had DJ Emperor, DJ Caution. They of course invited people as well, not only us. My mother had bought us some lights to put in the party because those lamps you could just take out the bulb.
Yeah. And
that was the color ones. So we put them up to make it look a little, nice in the party. Kind of did work a little. The ambience, what do you think?
No, I mean, the lights wasn't bad. I just didn't think that game was gonna come under a red light and blue light. I didn't think that part was gonna happen. That was like one of the wildest things I've seen that night.
The liquor was done quick.
it was done way quick. I think our bartenders had something to do with that too. Cause we had 3 bartenders that night. I think they play a part in that.
It was quick. I think we had to run to the store a couple times.
Yeah, we did. And I think one also was so much drama that night. There was so much drama that night for multiple reasons. It was so much going on that night.
But when you get so much people in one place, there's always bound to be drama.
I was wild myself that night. You know, yeah, a lot happened that night. You know, a lot happened that night, but it was a fun night though.
It was so much. I mean, it was crazy because it was my house, and me and my little sister couldn't even contain the chaos. Like, it was just so much that we couldn't even like hold it down.
Yo, it felt like one of those TV shows. You know, when the TV show would have those house parties and they get out of control and you couldn't control it. It felt like that. I'm not gonna hold you. It felt like that, yo.
They called it Project X.
Yeah, Project X. Yeah,
but it wasn't Project X because Project X had a lot more stuff.
It was way more. It had way more stuff. Project X was way more stuff.
But it was. But if anybody listening, it kind of was elevated to that extent. That's the best way I can put it, right?
Yeah, it felt like. It felt like episode of Degrassi. When Degrassi had those house parties, and it would always be crowded, then a random fight break out. Yeah, it felt like that.
I don't remember that episode. And my basement was so hot because the AC that Caution had bought the day before was not even like elevating the whole room.
Yeah.
So people wasn't even staying down there. Yeah. And I can't blame them.
Yeah, and there was a whole lot of people outside. Like a whole lot of people. It was crowded. Yeah, it was crowded.
It was crowded too, so people couldn't stay down there too.
Yeah.
So it was bad because I wanted people to come back in.
Yeah.
To not draw attention to the police in the area because you're in East New York. So.
Yep. East New York. Yeah.
So you already know how that goes. If you know, you know.
Yeah, East New York is
Police just fuck with you for anything, but yeah. So that summer bashment 2 was the craziest thing we ever did. Like
it was, yeah.
When I tell you that guest list was extremely long,
it was, yo.
You would have thought that everybody that we personally knew was there, but that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I didn't think I knew it would be a success, but I didn't know it would be a success like that. I knew some Bachelor 2 would be better than the first one.
No, that was the expectation.
Yeah.
The party.
Yeah, I knew
the
that.
The first one's a soft startup. The second one's supposed to be alright, we did this before, this time we gotta do better.
Yeah, but
that was my mistake.
No, yeah, but I didn't think the turnout would be as successful as it was. Because I wasn't prepared for how big it was. I wasn't prepared for that either.
Yeah. And my parents were so mad that we just said we not doing a party here with y'all again. We just didn't want to stop people from drinking and having a good time. It was just a lot, man.
It was a lot, but at least.
And then we all had to take turns DJing because the DJ left.
Yeah, and even I did some DJing too. When I wasn't supposed to be a DJ, even I did a little DJing for
I'm glad you did because me and my sister were stressed. We was trying to hold the fort down. It was just crazy.
Yeah, because it was you, it was your sister. I DJ for 10 minutes, and Jared DJ, and then I don't know who else, but there was a whole bunch of switching that night.
Yeah, man, I tell you.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that was the Summer Bashment 1 and 2. So yeah, Ken, this is the first part of the interview. This was good.
Yeah, yo. It was a good conversation, Roddy. But there's way more. It's way more to go. Way more to go.
So we'll be back for more Star Time.
Star Time is time for part 2 later, son. Time for part 2 later. To be continued. To be continued.
To be continued.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman. Now, I am the host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, and this commercial break is brought to you by MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Spin-off Series Thursdays. And Spin-off Series Thursday is the new home for MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Spin-off Series. That brought to you shows like A Conversation About Music Podcast, The Old School Show, and Date Night Talk Podcast. And A Conversation About Music Podcast is a music spin-off series where we talk about anything music, from the current music scene and the old school music scene, where we interview many guests that's in the music industry and artists about their music journey. We have a segment game called The Face Off, which is a versus inspired game. And we have roundtable discussion about variety of music topics. And y'all can check out A Conversation About Music Podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. Every first Thursday at 12 a.m. Now, the Old School Show that featured myself and the star Roddy is a show where we discuss anything old school, from music, TV shows, movies, and many more. We also bring in guests to join in on the old school conversation. Y'all can check out the Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. Every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And last but not least, we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B, where we talk about anything relationship related topics like love, dating, relationships, cheating, the good and the bad, and many more. And y'all can check out this spin-off series, Date Night Talk Podcast, every second and third Thursday at 12 p.m. So look out for MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Spin-off Series Thursday, A Conversation About Music Podcast, every first Thursdays. The Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy every fourth Thursdays, and Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursdays. And y'all can check out MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays for the main series and every Thursday for spin-off series Thursdays. And thank y'all for checking out this commercial break. And now back to your regularly scheduled program. True! And I just want to take the time to thank you everybody for tuning in to the first Road to Season 8 bonus episode, The Origin of MrGentleman, Part 1. And we will have Part 2 of this bonus episode at the end of July. But y'all already know where y'all can check out MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays for the main series, every Thursdays for spin-off series Thursdays, where we have shows like A Conversation About Music Podcast every first Thursday at 12 p.m. Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursday at 12 p.m. And the Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy every fourth Thursday at 12 p.m. Season 8 of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, September 15th, and every Sundays after that. Spin-off series Thursdays will return in October. Y'all can check out MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pods, and many more. Y'all can rate the show 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the Pods, and Podchasers, the more you rate the show, the more people know about Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. If you want to be a guest on Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast for the main series or any other spin-off series Thursday shows, send me a bio about yourself and everything that you do to my email, kenypgent@gmail.com, or hit me up on social media, Ken_Mr. Gentleman. I repeat, Ken, Ken _Mr. MR Gentleman, GENTLEMAN, and we can set something up because I am looking for guests for season 8 of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast and any of the spin-off series Thursday shows. And of course, you can add us some good pods, Ken, Mr. Gentleman, good podcasts, and many independent podcasters. You can see what we listen to, we rate each of the shows, and we have the charts. And of course, we are not on the charts right now, but the last time we was on the chart, we were number 1 for Society and Culture back in May after my birthday episode, and we debuted for the first time on the personal journal charts at number 1 for the very first time. So thank you everybody that continue to support Mr. Gentleman like the podcast. It really means a lot. And yeah, also you guys, even though Mr. Gentleman like that podcast is on break, you can check me out on the Premier Boys podcast with myself, Aaron Keatok Sands, Star Roddy Rod, and Long Live the Chief Molly Mal. Season 4 of the Premier Boys podcast every Wednesday at 12 p.m. And check out other shows from the Premier Perverts. King Talk with Aaron Sands, hosted by Aaron. King Talk Sands every Fridays at 12 p.m. Star Time podcast hosted by the Star Roddy Rod every Mondays at 12 p.m. Welcome to the Trilogy hosted by Long Live the Chief Molly Mal. New episode coming real soon. So support every show in the Premier Powerverse. And check out the official website of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com. You can listen to every episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. You can watch every videos of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, from the podcast audio, from Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast TV, from Mr. Gentleman Fast Quote of the Day, and many more. Subscribe to the YouTube page, Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Check out every guest profile who's been on Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. All 70 guests, and we are still looking for guests for season 8 of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Check out all the guest appearances that I've been on. We have many more guest appearances coming real soon. And check out the official merch store for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast at tpublic.com. Just search Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Stores. We have shirts, hoodies, mugs, and many more. We do have new designs at the merch store right now. To check out the Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle merch store at tpublic.com. Just search Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Store. And check out the official website of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, www.realmrgentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And once again, thank you for checking out this bonus episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. The road to season 8 bonus episodes. And the next time you will hear another bonus episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast is at the end of July, where I give y'all the origin of Mr. Gentleman Part 2. Season 8 of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, September 15th. And spin-off series Thursday return in October. Have a good day or night wherever you're listening to this episode.
Hi, my name is Vaughn Ovello, and you're listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.